3.
Hi everyone, my name's Maddie and we're back to do some more grammar practice. So today I thought we'd talk about adverbs. I know everybody loves adverbs because we are always asked to use them in our sentences to make them have more description. But do we really understand what an adverb is and how it works? Somebody in my class asked me, Miss, do all adverbs end in ly? And I was furious because they don't. But somewhere along the line that child has picked up that they think all adverbs end in ly, or somebody's told them that an adverb is an ly word. Now lots of adverbs do end in ly, but they don't all end in ly, and there are lots of words that end in ly that are not adverbs. If your brain is going crazy right now and you're thinking, what on earth are adverbs? We're going to have a quick discussion about them. So adverbs are used to modify verbs usually. So an adverb would be used to tell you more detail or qualification or description about a verb. So if you wanted to say that you walk down the road, you might add in an adverb to tell somebody how you walk. So you may be walking slowly or quietly or quickly or cautiously if you were walking down an alleyway that you didn't know what was ahead of you. So you might be bravely walking down that alleyway. And sometimes adverbs can start a sentence and they would be called a fronted adverbial, or sometimes adverbs can come right next to the verb. So I was wondering if you could help me out and we could perhaps work together to get to grips with what adverbs really look like and what they really do. I've written a really short sentence up on the board. The bird flew, and I've left a gap here in the sky. And this space here is where we're going to add an adverb. And I know you all already know that we've got the verb to fly in the sky, which is an irregular verb. So we don't say the bird flied, we say the bird flew because it's an irregular verb and it doesn't follow the pattern of add ed. You might be able to think of some other irregular verbs that do something similar. But if we were going to describe how the bird flew in the sky, there are lots of different adverbs that we could choose. So we could perhaps say about the volume of the bird. So we could say the bird flew quietly. So the bird flew quietly in the sky gives us the impression that the bird is quiet in the sky. And I'm going to add quietly down here. And it does end in an ly. It is one of those adverbs that does end in ly. However, we could perhaps choose a different, I know we could do noisily because that would be the opposite of quietly. We could also say how the bird was flying in the sky. So we could say the bird flew beautifully in the sky or gracefully. And I know everybody's thinking, there we have another pair, beautifully and gracefully. We had quietly and we could have noisily, and they do all end in ly. So I'm starting to now think that the person who asked me that is going to think that they're right. However, let's have a look at this one. Okay, the bird flew fast in the sky. Now what this is telling us is that the bird flew fast, but we don't say the bird flew fastly, we say fast. But the word fast is still describing how the bird flew in the sky. So it's still an adverb, but it doesn't end in ly. We could also say the bird flew up in the sky. Now that's telling us the direction of how the bird is flying, and it's describing how the bird is flying, but it's not ending in ly. And the last one I want us to look at for today for the bird is the bird flew often in the sky. And that's actually telling us the frequency, which adverbs do tell us the frequency of the verb. So it's telling us that the bird flew often in the sky, and that doesn't end in ly. So I think you could perhaps go and have a little practice of looking for adverbs that don't end in ly, because they are key to look out for. And there are so many words that do end in ly that are not adverbs. Like, I've got a lovely pair of earrings. That's an adjective, but it ends in ly, and I would hate for you to think it was an adverb. Or let's go on holiday to Italy is an ly word in Italy, but that's a proper noun, it's not an adverb. So let's not get ourselves confused that all ly words are adverbs or all adverbs end in ly. Thank you.